Squad, it's your girl, and I am back with another freak video. Y'all, I was like, oh my god, thinking it was gonna like puff up. My friend told me to blow dry, but y'all, I don't think blow dry gonna work, bitch. At this point, I just think I'm just have to wait for it to get kinky again, child. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I know y'all want to get into this damn story time. We gonna get into it. Do not judge me. Your girl just woke up. I'm probably looking busted and disgusted. I'm not dressed. I'm holding my phone. It's real ratchet. I did not want to pull out my tripod, but that's okay. Because I really wanted to get this story time out for y'all. And my arm hurting for her holding this damn phone. And I feel like this hair just ain't, it ain't hairing. It's moving. It's human hair. But like, why the fuck it looks so thin? Like, I'm just, y'all. Look, we ain't even come here for the hair. We got to get into this damn story time. So let's go. Let's come on. So this whole little shabuya, this whole little thing happened in a span of like 4 months. All of this should happen in a span of 4 months, okay? From us starting to talk to just everything. Everything went down in a span of like 4 months. So I was in a relationship with a married man for almost damn near half a year. And we wasn't really in a relationship. It was more like dating. But anyway, we just gonna jump into it, y'all. I'm gonna kind of be all over the place in the story. I'm gonna try to stay kind of focused. But it's so many fucking parts to the story that is crazy. Like, it is literally so many fucking parts to this story, y'all. And I'm gonna try to stay like in order. I might be putting receipts up. I already put his picture up on my thumbnail, which is receipt enough. But my receipts is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It got pictures in it. And I realized that when I was screen recording from my other phone, my receipts, that I was like, damn, we was sending pictures and shit. So I don't want to, you know, porn by myself. But yeah, y'all, we just gonna get into it. And then not only that, when the wife reached out, I just started deleting shit. So a lot of the receipts I don't have because I was so upset. I was so fucking mad that I was just deleting shit. But I might be able to, the messages might still be in my laptop. Because y'all know how you like, all my messages will go to either one of my phones or my laptop. Because it's all on the same. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. If you got Apple, then you know. Okay? But anyway, so I never checked it. So if I find a receipt, I'm going to be throwing some receipts up in here. So anyway, y'all, we just going to get in the story. Let's go. All of this happened in a span of 4 months. So y'all know I work a lot, which is another reason why I really haven't been on YouTube. So I work a lot and I really don't have time to like, you know, go out and find dates and stuff like that. So a lot of the times, like, bitch, I will download a dating site, okay? Not saying that I'm on it just looking for somebody to date, but, you know, just to mingle, talk to people, find new friends, blah, 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 blah. So that's what I did. I downloaded me a little dating site and I started, bitch, swiping right and left, okay? So a lot of the times I will be swiping left on a lot of these dudes because a lot of them just be wanting, y'all know, do. No. So this man was actually very interesting, y'all. We both swiped right on each other. Obviously, we matched. And then we started talking. Number one, the man had cake, which I'm not really worried about his money because I got my own money. But he had money. So, you know, that was a plus. And then he was like a businessman. He owned 2 construction companies. Like, the man was on his bread, y'all. So all that was pluses. And he was very attractive. So I'm going to say days turned into weeks, or days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into like a month of us just talking without us even like realizing how long we were talking. Now, there was a couple red flags leading up to how much we were talking. Like, there was a lot of red flags. I'm going to actually get into those later on in the video. But there was red flags. But you know when something it just feels so good, you really just don't want to even look at the red flags. Bitch, I'm already, like, now I see the first red flag, I'm like, yep, nope, gotta go. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into like a month, and then finally we started kicking it. Now, this was the first thing, y'all, that I would have never thought he was married, because he took me out, our very first date, he took me out with his friends' wives. So it was 2 of his best friends and their wives. These men didn't say nothing about him being married. Like, absolutely nothing. The wives didn't say nothing. So I don't know if they just didn't know. I don't see how these your best friends and they didn't know you was married, though. That shit just don't. Unless you just, I mean, got something on them, because I just did not, y'all. I just didn't understand that. I did not understand how I was able to sit at the table with these folks, with your friends, and them not tell me that you're married or their wives. Like, y'all ain't never all hung out? Oh, it gets better. Okay, y'all, so that was the first day. We went out to dinner. We had a good dinner. I mean, I was getting treated like royalty. We had a good time. Then we all went bowling afterwards. Like, I had a really, really good time. I didn't want to go home with him. He knew that this was our first date, so your girl went home. All right, boom. So now we like almost, I'm gonna say like a month and a half, and now we really getting up in there. So the second time we hung out, he took me to his lake house. Now this is where I was like, okay, yeah, he too good to be true, but it would have never crossed my mind that this man was married. There was not one inkling that he had a wife. Now, he did tell me he had a son. Oh, y'all, this shit get deep. He told me he did have a son, okay? One son. Remember that, y'all. He told me he had one son and the little boy was 6. And this was from his ex-wife. Okay, cool. And that was okay. But I don't know why this red flag did not pop out to me, because at the lake house, you said you had a son, but there was not one fucking toy. There was nothing. So I'm like, okay, maybe the mom got custody, because he never really talked about his kids. Like, he never really talked about his kids ever, y'all. Like, ever. Never really talked about the kids. And that's okay, because some people like, why would you want to tell me about your kids? Because I ain't they mama. You know what I'm saying? But he just never really talked about his son. And I say kids, and y'all gonna see why I say kids, bitch. Because this shit, whew, it get real. So anyway, he never really talked about his son. Cool, whatever. I guess you just really want to see where this to go before you want to introduce me to your son or whatever, which I was cool with that, because I'm not trying to play stepmama to nobody kids. All right, so we at the lake house. Again, I'm getting spoiled. I'm getting treated like a princess. Girl, I am getting like chef service, roses. Like, this is the life that your girl had been waiting for. I was like, it was almost too perfect, y'all. Which is why now when I look back on it, I'm like, damn, like, it was too perfect. Like, it was too, like, he was too good to be true. But again, y'all know how us women is, right? Moving on. I ain't gonna cap y'all, that second date, your girl threw it down. She threw it down. Now, this is where, like, the feelings really start coming into play. So after that second date or whatever, you know, we still continue to talk. So now we like going on pretty much like damn near 2 months now. We're in 2 months. We're constantly seeing each other. We're constantly talking. We really in this thing. We moving into like month 3 now, y'all. So month 3. Now, these are some of the red flags that was really ringing at me, but I wasn't really paying attention to, because he always had a story on why he would do this or why he would do that. So the first red flag was he could not get on the phone past 9 o'clock. Like, all text messages would stop past 9. Every day. For the whole time we was talking. Okay? All messages would stop at 9. Now, I don't know why. And my best friend was like, girl, you gotta be dumb as fuck. Because, like, who in their right mind gonna keep talking to somebody knowing, like, at that point, you should have known he was married. And I know I told my best friend, like, it just didn't dawn on me. Like, everything was so perfect that it really did not dawn on me that this man could have been married. All messages, all phone calls would stop at 9. Other than, y'all, we would literally talk all throughout the day. I would be at work. I would be working on the phone with this man. Or on FaceTime with him at work. Or he would just be sitting in my AirPod, listening to me at work. And I would be doing the same thing, listening to him at work. But when 9 o'clock came, that shit was dead. Now, there was a couple times after 9, he would like text or whatever, like send little shit. But when I mean to tell y'all, this man was so perfect, y'all. When I mean to tell y'all, the good night text and the good morning text rolled. Like, he got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning every morning religiously and said, babe, good morning, blah, 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 blah. But do y'all want to know the excuse why he told me that he couldn't talk past 9? Y'all, I'ma just let y'all guess. This man told me he could not talk past 9 because I don't even want to tell y'all, because y'all gonna laugh. Y'all gonna laugh. He told me he couldn't talk past 9 because his mom had cancer. And he was taking care of her. And his son be in bed. Like, he getting his son ready. Oh, and he told me he was a single dad. Okay. Now, y'all remember I told y'all about the lake house, right? It wasn't no toys or nothing. So, where the mama at with cancer? Because this is when I start, like, asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Where the mom at with cancer? And again, y'all, this shit, when I was at the lake house, the first thing that stood out to me was the fact that there was no toys. And you told me that you had a son. There was nothing. There was nothing. Like, okay, first of all, I didn't go in every room. I was mainly, like, on the big ass back patio, in the living room, in the basement, like in the game room, in the basement, and in the master bedroom. Other doors was like closed. So honestly, shit, it could have been some toys in there, but I ain't see them. Y'all know how kids be messy. I ain't see them. But also too, when it came to the mom, I was like, okay, well, if she got cancer, like, where the fuck she at? But no, y'all, none of this shit, like, I don't know, man. I just wasn't thinking. Like I said, y'all, I just wasn't thinking. I was being so gullible and so fucking stupid, right? Okay, moving on, right? So all phone calls would stop, like I said, at 9. Past 9 o'clock, we would stop texting. So that was like the number one red flag. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it's true. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, he is getting his son in bed. Maybe he really is a single dad. But again, y'all, I was like, but damn, like, the lake house just seems so empty. Like, y'all, all this shit gonna make sense, right? Okay, so moving on. Now here comes the I love yous. So now we're like 3 months in. Like, this shit is going great. Like, I'm constantly chilling with him. Bitch, we going out of town. We going to Atlanta. We fucking going to Tennessee. He booking, you know what I'm saying, weekend trips because, again, I work a lot, so I'll take off work. He booking weekend trips. Like, this shit feel real good. Everything is just going great. Y'all, then on this motherfucking day, I'm at work, and I get a text message from, well, it wasn't even a text message, actually. It was a Facebook message from the wife. And I'm like, how the fuck she find me on Facebook? The fuck? Like, what? He ain't even my friend on Facebook. How you find me on Facebook? She hit me with a Facebook message. And in the message, she basically was like, hey, do you know blank but blank? That's what he is, a blank but blank, y'all. So in this video, I'm gonna be calling him blank but blank. So she like, do you know blank but blank? And I'm like, yeah, you know, like, we've been kicking it, like, da 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 da. She's like, well, that's my husband. I'm like, bitch, wait, what? Roll that back one more time. Roll that back again. He's who? She's like, yeah, he's my husband. Y'all, in that moment, everything stopped. Like, everything just completely fucking stopped. Everything in that moment just stopped. And I'm like, okay, like, are you, like, because bitch, you could be lying, right? So she's like, no, go on my Facebook, look at our pictures. I got wedding pictures. So bitch, before I can even go look, ho, she sends them to me. She sent me their wedding pictures, the wedding certificates, them with their kids. So y'all remember when he told me that he only had one kid? Bitch, he had 2. And the reason why he didn't tell me about the second one is because the second one was 2 years old. He had told me that he had been divorced from his wife for many years. It was like over 5 or 6 or some shit. How the fuck you got a 2-year-old? So he left that kid out. A dog. How the fuck do you not even claim your kids? You didn't even claim your kids. So she goes on to tell me, yeah, like, this my husband. She asked to call me. While she calling me, he calling me. So I'm asking her, I'm like, well, how did you, like, find out about me? Like, how did you find out? She was like, oh, well, basically he left his phone open. He made a whole new Snapchat. He made a whole new, all his social medias. He made all of this shit just to talk to women. And this isn't his first time doing this. Bitch, they've been married for 10 years. This man has cheated on her 2 other times. Here's the catchy part, y'all. So she telling me all this stuff. So then I'm like, well, what house was I at? She was like, oh, you mean the lake house? Oh, that's our vacation house. Y'all, at this point, like, my heart is, like, breaking and, like, it's breaking and it's, like, crumbling all at the same time. Because I'm like, I really was I was really doing the do with this married man. And had no idea. So she goes on to tell me, like, yeah, that's our lake house. We actually live 2 hours away. So your husband was driving 2 hours away to come see me. Y'all, they was in a whole nother state. So then I'm like, well, are you sure you correct? Like, after this is still after I seen the pictures and stuff. I'm like, are you sure you not like the ex-wife or something? Because he told me y'all had been divorced. And not only that, I met his friends. So at this point, bitch, I'm snitching. I'm mad. I'm heated. I'm saying everything. I'm like, I met his friends and their wives. So who are you? Like, I'm still so baffled, y'all, because I'm like, you mean to tell me his friends really down with him like that? Like, they literally sat there in my face, shook my hand. I was kicking it with the wives. Like, we just looking like a big old cute, you know what I'm saying, coupled up group. So you mean to tell me this whole time, like, really? She was like, oh yeah, well, those are his best friends. Like, they'll say anything. They've lied to me multiple times. Did I mention, y'all, that he's done this multiple times to her? But the man's so paid that she don't even give a fuck. So, again, so as she's telling me all of this shit, like, he's texting me, like, after, like, this shit just got, like, y'all, I just got so upset. Like, I was literally, and then she kept calling me, y'all. Like, I had multiple conversations with this hoe. So he's calling me too at this point, and I keep telling her, like, look, I'm finna call you back because now I want to hear his version. Like, now you done told me all the tea, you done sent me all the screenshots. I really know this man is married now. Okay, so what's the real tea? I click over, I talk to him. I'm like, what is going on? He's like, oh, baby, I love you. Like, don't listen to her. This ain't that. None of it is true. Da 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 da. I'm like, though, you lie. You said you only had one kid. And you married. You didn't even claim your kids. I was so heartbroken. And he was like, I'm like, well, so I start asking, I'm like, well, are you unhappy? Like, why are you doing this? Because if you don't want to be with her, just divorce her. Are you scared it's going to be a money issue? You got enough of that. Give her child support and divorce her. Like, if you're unhappy, and I'm not even saying divorce her to get with me, because the same way you get them is how the fuck they leave, honey. Same way you get them is how the fuck they gonna do you. So I don't even want no cheater. At this point, I'm just telling this man real. I'm like, dude, if you're unhappy in your marriage to where you got to keep going out and cheating, just leave her. Like, why you just keep sitting here cheating on a woman? Just leave. Oh, well, we have our kids and da-da-da. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm like, you literally lied to me about your whole life. Your whole life was a lie. Everything you said was a lie. Everything. From how many kids you had to you being married. I'm like, damn, did your mom even have cancer? That's the only thing that he was real about, y'all. Was the fact that his mom really did have cancer. Other than that, he lied to me about literally everything. Everything. Everything was a lie. I'm sitting back like, this shit is crazy. So then the wife keep calling. So I'm clicking back over and I'm like, girl, like, listen, I don't want your man. I'm sorry. Like, I apologize. I did not know he was married. Everything he said was a lie. This man then took me to the lake house. This man introduced me to his friends. Like, y'all, and this is the even more sickening part. So y'all know I don't have kids. And this is I'm not bashing nobody when I say this, but I've always told myself that I don't want to be a single mom. I want to be married, whether that's to a woman or a man, and not even be married. I just want to be in a committed relationship to where we know that we want this for a lifetime, for me to have kids, because I don't want to be a single mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go through just raising a kid by myself. Let me tell y'all, after me sitting there across from this man, telling this man that, this man has sat there and told me, well, I want to get you pregnant. I want you to have my babies. We'll have beautiful babies together, da da da. Knowing this whole time he was married. He begged to, y'all know, take the rubber off. Intentionally trying to get me pregnant. He begged me, y'all. It ain't happened. Fucking me with no condom. Without a condom. This shit, his whole life, everything was just a lie. The wife keep calling. So she calling me, she like, well, is he calling you right now? You need to put him on three-way. You need to put him on three. I'm like, sis, look, you talking to the wrong one. I'm oblivious. I didn't even know about you, bitch. I didn't even know you existed. So you keep calling me. You want me to put him on three-way. Bitch, take this shit up with your man. Then she like, do you got receipts? Do you have receipts? What do you mean, do I have receipts? You seen the Snapchat. What do you mean, do I got receipts? Well, was he sending you any other pictures through Messenger? I want to see the call log. Bitch, you go find it. You go find it. You asking me for receipts on your man. You reached out to me. Y'all, this whole situation was so crazy. Like, when I mean to tell y'all, this situation was so crazy. It literally, and this happened not too long ago, y'all. Literally, like, all of this shit just went down. Like, I think it's maybe been a month since I last talked to him. So it's just been like, that shit just made me look at people differently. It made me look at men differently. And y'all know I am new to the whole, like, dibbing and dabbing really with men, like, really taking dudes serious. And this shit really made me want to be like, I want to switch back to the other team. I know all men ain't like that, but y'all, like, imagine somebody just living because I feel like if you could live a double life like that, if you are willing to live a lie in a life like you willing to do anything. It's so crazy how all of his lies, he always had a lie after a lie. Like, everything was all a lie. And then the wife, y'all, me and the wife ended up talking for like 2 days. I really had to calm down. Like, so the first day when she called me, it was hostile. It was hostile on her end. It was hostile on my end. It was just straight like, shorty, I want to fight. I want to meet up with you. I want to beat you up. Cause I'm saying, like, to me, it's like, damn, that's still my man. Like, we did some things, honey. So he over here, duking you out, and then he coming over here duking me out, like, all kind of stuff. And this whole time you coming to kiss me on my lips, and you kissing her, like, y'all, this shit. And then it's probably other women. The wife, the first day, it was hostile on both our end. And the second day, she kept calling. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk to this woman. Because obviously she's hurt. This is her husband. So she's more hurt than me. You know what I'm saying? And I really just told her everything. Like I said, the first day, it was like hostile on both our end. We both was like, hold the hell on. Who are you? But that second day, we both like really, we let it out. Y'all, this side just seems so thin. I don't know. Just told her everything. Like, everything with how we met. The dating site that we met on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just told her everything. I had been to the lake house. I like, the sexual intercourses, like, the dates, the money. Like, I told her everything. I even told her down. And this hurt me to tell her this, y'all. Because one thing is, I don't ever want to hurt another woman. Like, I love women. literally love women. So hurting another woman, but the worst thing that I feel like I had to tell this woman, aside from me just screwing your husband and all kind of shit, y'all, somebody call me, but aside from me, like, even telling her, like, you know, screwing her husband, because that ain't even the worst part. The worst thing I feel like I had to tell this woman is the fact that your husband didn't even claim your kid. Like, your husband did not claim your child. I could just hear, like, the hurt in her voice through all of this, through all of these conversations, all this shit. I could just hear the hurt in her voice. All I could do was just sit back and be like, you know, I mean, she kept calling. She wanted the facts laid out. She wanted the receipts. She wanted to know everything. So, sis, I'm going to give you everything. Keep calling my phone. The second day we both come down, I'm realizing that this man is married. So I'm finna literally tell you everything, up and down, inside and out, how everything went down. And I did just that. So now he calling. Okay, now we on day 2 of just all this shit is in shambles. He's calling, apologize. I'm like, you ain't gotta apologize to me. Apologize to your wife. He constantly calling me, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't even know what to do. Da da da. No, you don't gotta tell me you sorry. You need to be telling your wife you're sorry. You didn't hurt me. I mean, you hurt me a little bit. All them fake I love yous and I want to be with you and I want to have kids with you, all that shit hurt because it was all a lie. But the real person you hurt is your wife. You said vows to her. You ain't say no vows to me. Y'all, this shit was just all in shambles. And like I said, it's been about 3 weeks now, maybe about a month at this point since all of this shit went down. Like, and like I said, it just made me start looking at people differently. It made me look at people so different. So different. Yeah, y'all. That's the tea. That's how I ended up being with a married man without knowing. So ladies, let me tell y'all something. And gentlemen, because this go for y'all too. There's some cheating females out there too. Y'all be careful. Just be careful, y'all, because this situation honestly could have went, like, if this hoe was crazy and all kind of shit, like, this shit could have went in a whole different direction. She could have pulled up on me. My address was in his phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could have, you know what I'm saying? My job, you know what I'm saying? She already found me on Facebook. She could have found me over here on YouTube and all kind of shit. Like, this shit could have went a whole different way. I'm saying, try to pull up and shoot and fight. Y'all know how women be crazy over their husbands or whatever. But she ain't do none of that. She wasn't crazy. If she would have pulled up on me, baby, you gonna leave with a couple bullets in that. Okay? But yeah, y'all, that's basically, that's the tea. That's the story time of how I was basically caught up with a married man and did not know. So like I said, y'all be careful out here. I hope y'all enjoy this story time. Y'all let me know if y'all want. Well, I got more story times coming anyway. Okay, I got a lot more story times coming. So y'all stay tuned because your girl got some tea to drop. I got the tea and it's hot. So anyway, I love y'all so much. Like always, peace.